Namaste, Astrology Adventures. Astrology is a lot of analysis. It's objective, logical, rational analysis. But it's more than that. It's a lot more. And that's the art. That, that is what I want to talk about today. The science and the art of Jyotish. I'm your host, Paul Manley. You're watching Light on Vedic Astrology. So I want to share a story. In spring of 2000, I spent a month in New Delhi studying with K.N. Rao, go to his house as much as he'd let me, and I just sat with him. And he had no appointments, no disappointments. People would just show up for readings all throughout the day and night. And so surprising this one day, Western woman came, mostly they were Indians, but Western woman came and brought the chart of her mother. And so K.N. Rao punched in the data, and I was watching him very carefully, and he just concentrated on the chart fully. And he didn't say anything. He just was looking, collecting factors, collecting data. And then he said, "You're here because she has health troubles, right?" And she confirmed that. And he looked some more, he studied some more. And then he got up and he closed his eyes. He was standing up and just pondering and pondering. And then he said, "Chronic fatigue. Has she been diagnosed with chronic fatigue?" And the woman confirmed that they suspected that she had chronic fatigue, but she hadn't been diagnosed yet. So he made some recommendations to do certain practices, and he described the situation more. But it left a big impression. Like, there is the science and the art. He studied the chart. He collected data. He analyzed it closely. And then he pondered and he pondered and he pondered. And then he came out. So the pondering is the synthesizing of the data that has been analyzed. So he's weighing factors, and he's then coming out with a rational statement, an accurate statement, a useful statement. So that's the art. The science is collecting data. The art is synthesizing that data, and that's a craft. That's a skill. K.N. Rao talks about this music institute in Lucknow. It's a 5-year music program. It's called the Bhatkande Institute of Music, and started by Pandit Vishnu Narayan Bhatkande back in 1926. And he said that we can teach you the method. That is Nayaki. We can teach you the method, but we can't teach you skill. That's Gayaki. So that's the craft. You have to develop the craft yourself. You find your own way of working with it. So K.N. Rao talks about this as what we can do as students of astrology. We learn the methods. We learn the skill. The practical, logical methods. We learn the science, but we have to learn the craft. And that comes with time. That comes with practice. So we develop the muscles to do the analysis, and then we develop the skill of analyzing, weighing the pros and cons. K.N. Rao talks about about Sage Parashara, talks about this process of weighing the pros and the cons and the various factors and coming up with a synthesized statement, accurate statement. So this is called Uha Poha Patu in Hindi. So this is putting it all together This is a real skill. This is a craft. So astrologers, if astrology is aligned with another profession, it's most aligned, in my opinion, with the profession of a detective, right? Because, I mean, we're looking at this mystery, the moment of birth. How mysterious is that? That the moment of birth, the planets, the signs, the houses, all those positions in the chart are representing a person's life, not only, I mean, in such specific ways. So this map is right there, but we have to analyze the map. We have to be able to interpret the map. So this is solving a mystery, right? It's like a detective. So the best astrologers are like the best detectives. They get on their detective hat and they start analyzing. They know exactly where to look and they know exactly what to look for. And then they ponder that data. You know, you start pondering and you ponder. And then you come up with a statement. So this is the science and the art of astrology. So you know, when K.N. Rao was collecting that data, it was like this is a muscle that has been developed over a lot of years. So he collected that data very quickly. It's like you're at the checkout line, right? Your items are being tallied up one after the other, scanning the barcode, bang, 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 all getting tallied up, and then there's the total. So this is what we're doing. We're collecting clues very quickly. We know exactly where to look. We know exactly what to look for. There's no ambiguity about that. That's the methodology of astrology, in astrology. Then we have to be able to synthesize that, weighing the various factors. So this is weighing the pros and cons, arriving at an accurate conclusion. This is Uha Poha Patu. And this comes with time. This comes with practice. This comes with working with the chart, working with this skill. This is when we become fluent. We start with a word. We start learning phrases, and then we start hearing phrases. When we starts working on our insides, and it becomes intuitive. Language is a science and an art as well. So I'll leave you with that. I look forward to our next video, hopefully tomorrow. Namaste.